Alright, it's day number 37, I guess, of my talk in front of the camera, trying to enhance my ability to speak English. And today, as always, I'm gonna answer IELTS questions. I remember that I said, like, I wanted to change those questions, but I have, like, some, not really, like, troubles. I just didn't done anything. I mean, at least I needed to test how it's gonna work and how many time will it take, but I didn't check anything, so I just continue answering IELTS questions, and I hope that in the sooner future I will find time to check what do I have and to switch my questions. All right, but let's get started without long introduction. Just by the way, we're going to talk about sitting and daily habits. All right, where's your favorite place to sit? To sit, as I understand, it's like to chill and. All right, so to be honest, I don't know. I like to spend time in the nature, so I could mention about like Bleacher if it's a beautiful park. If I'm with a great company, it's a great opportunity to spend some time in the nature. Also, I like to spend some time in something like restaurant, cafe, and that's also pretty cool. Just when I can hear some pleasurable music, when I'm surrounded with great people and when the food is tasty, it's cool just to sit, not to think about anything and just, I don't know, relax a bit. Alright, do you often sit for a long time? What's the question? Do you often sit for a long time? What does it mean? Bro, what does it mean? Alright, no. No, why no? Yes. Because, for example, when I'm learning something, when I'm studying, I need to sit a lot um, in my chair and studying, and sometimes it can be for like 2 hours, 3, 4 hours. So yes, to be honest, um, pretty often I face it when I need to sit for a long time. All right. I just can't realize the strangest of these questions. I don't know. Am I answering right? But like sit, you just sit. Now I'm sitting. But on the other hand, to sit, it's like to spend some time. I mean, in the bleacher, like sitting in the bleacher, sitting in the restaurant. So it's different. So I'm gonna answer as I understand it. I hope it won't be weird though a bit. All right. All right. Do you feel sleepy when you sit for a long time? To be honest, it depends on my mood or on my last night, because when I'm getting enough sleep, usually I don't feel sleepy, and I feel like I have enough energy to do something. But sometimes when I don't have enough sleeping, yeah, definitely, I can feel like I'm just dying, I'm gonna sleep, I don't have any energy, and something like this. So it depends on my sleeping during the night. When you were a child, did you often sit on the floor? Yes, when I was a child, I pretty often sat on the floor because I was too lazy just to stay, and I preferred to sit somewhere, and I didn't care about potential problems. I mean, consequences. Yeah, consequences. And I don't know. What the fuck? They feel so strange. All right, just because of questions like did you? Yes, I did. All right, and what's next? yeah, I liked it because I didn't like to stay, and usually when I needed to stay somewhere for the long time, it was boring, and I'd rather prefer to sit and don't don't spend so much energy just to stay. All right, what kind of chairs or seats do you find most comfortable? What should I say if I don't know anything about chairs and seats? What should I say when they are like soft, or how does called when they when um when they are nice to touch them, to sit on them, and when just I don't know, like if the chair or the seats are comfortable for me, I have no problem. Like I don't need to change anything because for example, I have now a chair and I feel pretty good. I mean, probably if I'd have something to put my head, it would be better. But I don't think a lot of problems in it, and I feel pretty good because usually when I do something, I sit like this and typing or writing, so I don't need to put my head behind me. All right, it's what should I say about Herman Miller? About what should I say? The most comfortable. I don't know. I don't want to continue with such questions, bro. All right, but today I have to finish with those questions. All right, describe a place where you often sit and relax. You should say where the place is, what it looks like, what you usually do there, and explain why you enjoy sitting there. All right, I'm going to talk about, I don't know, just in my case, especially nowadays, I don't have any place where I like just to come and to sit because when I go somewhere, I have some tasks like, or I have some plan, for example, when I go to the gym, I'm doing sport. When I go to the skate park, I'm doing skating, and I don't need to sit there. Of course, there are some bleachers, some places to sit, but I don't need it since I had another agenda, and I'm not interested in it just to sit. But actually, I remember when I was in Ukraine and when I spent time with my friends, I really like to go to the market to buy something, then find a bleacher and just sit on the bleacher, watch TikToks and eating something. It was the most enjoyable time spending because I don't know, just sit on the bleacher, eat something and watch TikToks. It's like wow, it's like degradation of highest level. You know what I mean? So in that time it was pretty cool for me, to be honest. All right, that's all that I can say about it, to be honest, because yeah, crazy questions. All right, part three, sitting and health. Do you think sitting for long hours is problem in today's world? Yes, definitely. Nowadays we have such problem when people face some problems with their back, for example, after a lot of days a row when they just sitting and don't do anything, just because our body isn't adapt to just sitting and don't do anything. So a lot of people try from their homes, uh, work from their homes, and they have their works just by doing something on the laptop, on the PC. And this is the problem because during holidays they are just sitting, and even when you go into the office, the same situation, you just sitting and don't do anything. So yeah, it's pretty ubiquitous problem nowadays, and I don't know how we should solve it. Just it depends on people. When you are sitting for several hours, you should stand up to walk something, walk some time, like a bit to walk. Yeah, and generally, the best solution, I guess, is to find a doctor to ask him for several tips. What should you do to avoid some problems with your back, with your health, and just keep your body in good form. All right. So, how has the increase in sedentary lifestyles affected people's health? Yeah. Sedentary lifestyles. All right. So, in my opinion, as I mentioned, it is tied to problems in our back. It is tied to problem with our muscles because we don't have a lot of actions. We don't do a lot of things, and as a result, it's it's a good reason to gain some weight, to become fat, and yeah, like it actually like affected on our lifestyles, and not in the best way, to be honest. All right, what can be done to reduce the amount of time people spend sitting? Oh, it's a good question. I don't know. Just I'm not employer. I don't know what should I provide. What kind of conditions should I provide for my employees to to avoid these problems. So in my case, each person should control it or buy some watch that will remind them that you are sitting too long. As Apple Watch, by the way, they remind you that you are sitting too long. You need to make 10-15 minutes walking, and you just go and walk. And it's the best solution probably because in my imagination, I don't know how if person works in his laptop, what should he do to throw out his laptop, just walking and solving whole spectrum of problems simultaneously. So it's a good question, and that's why I guess that Apple Watch, smartwatch is the best solution that will remind you that, bro, you are sitting too much, you should to walk a bit. Do you think workplaces should encourage employees to stand or move more? Why? Yes, definitely. As I mentioned, like me, all right, I'm not an employer, but potentially, if I gonna provide for someone some work, I would work on it. I definitely tried to probably come up with some engagement activities to force my workers move more, because if they're going to have some problems with their health, it will affect on their work. Their work will affect on results. Their results will affect on my company, I don't know, or something like this. So of course, like the person who's providing some workplaces, he has to think about it to solve somehow this problem, and I don't know, to make conditions better. He have even he has allowed for his employees to walk sometimes, to spend some time just by walking, because as I mentioned, it affects their work and their health, so it's definitely important. All right, are people more active and uh, are people more active now compared to the past? No, unfortunately, even with my grandpa recently, I was talking about it, and he said me that he's pretty disappointed because of nowadays activities that teenagers, people, they are not interested in moving and in doing some actions. They just prefer to sit on the sofa and don't do anything, watch series or something like this. So it's ugly because in the past people every day worked very hard on their fields with their animals, everything that they had, like fuck, I don't remember. I learned one word. Let me even check. I just write out those words in my Telegram, so let me check. It's agriculture. Yes, agriculture. So they did a lot of agriculture, they had it and they worked with that, and it was a reason to move a lot, to do some actions. Yeah, and as a result they was pretty health, pretty succeed in their body, in their form, and so in comparison with past, people actually had more activities than nowadays. All right, that's all. That's all for today. I don't know, very strange topic. Very strange topic. Just sitting and daily habits. But all right, all right. I just have to find another not questions, but to take another opportunity that I found to answer some questions, because it will be more profitable for me, to be honest, and also it will be something another, something that I didn't used to, and as a result it could be a bit harder, and especially describe the photo. Describe the photo is extremely hard. All right, that's all for today. That's all for today, and thanks for someone attention if someone watch it, and see you next time.